care what anyone says, Starbucks food is fucking disgusting. Not passing the vibe check. He reminds me of every guy that I try to stay away from. Like, he would be blocked if I had him on social media. Hi friends, it's me again. Good morning. My sinuses are kicking my ass, so if I sound nasally, it's because I'm dying. It's fine. Bruce, he's got the zoomies. It's literally 7 in the morning and he's running around. I don't think I've introduced you to Bruce. It's been a minute. Yeah, I got a cat. I love him, but he's only, how old are you, dude? 4 months. So he's a kitten. He's very hyper and his zoomies are getting worse. So the fact that he has the zoomies at 7 a.m. is really what's doing it for me. So I need to get out of my house, especially because I have not been sleeping lately for some reason. I don't even know why I'm up. It's Saturday. We're gonna go get some coffee and some breakfast because I have no food here. I just don't know if I want to go to Starbucks because I do want a Starbucks drink, but I hate their food. Like, the food is not fucking good. For how much you pay for it, absolutely not. But then I'm like, I could get McDonald's breakfast, but I low-key don't want the drink that comes with it. Like, I want a coffee. So I don't know what to do because I don't want to go to Starbucks to get the drink and then go to McDonald's to get food. What should I do? I don't know what to do. I'm going to talk about the books on my TBR for this summer. I already made a video about this, but I hated how it was done. So I'm like, let's just make this more vlogish, more chill, because you are a monster. I love you so much. He's playing with this cord on my camera. Bruce, no. I have to get out of here. I think I'm just gonna go to Starbucks and then I can sit down and tell you guys about the books I plan to read this summer. Cute little vlogish kind of style video. I kind of want to do more of these just so I'm not sitting and talking about books like I'm a librarian. Like, I'm starting to really hate that format and I don't want to bore you guys. Bro, you guys. He has lost his mind. I got my food like 30 minutes ago. I've just been driving around vibing to music because it's literally 8 in the morning. I don't know why I'm up and I'm hyper and I'm hungry. And I tried, what is it? Bacon sausage wrap. I tried that because I've never tried it before. It was literally $6 fucking. And the shit is not good. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Starbucks food is fucking disgusting. Where's the seasoning? Where's the sauce? This shit is plain. It's dry. I'm driving right now to this park because I want to just sit and eat this horrible ass food and drink my coffee and like be surrounded by nature. I have not been reading that much at all. I think so far this year I've only read 32 books and by now I'd be at least to 50. So I don't know. I've just been in slumps. I've been moving, doing big girl stuff that I don't want to do, but I just haven't really been, oh God, you're, okay. Ah! Oh, it's a biker man. Hello, is he cute? He's old, okay. This year I honestly just haven't been reading. So this summer with me working from home most of the time, I thought I would be more inclined to read, but no, I've been rewatching Jersey Shore, so. Okay, we are at a park. It's so cute. It has a little tennis court too. The moms are killing it right now. I've been getting this order since I've known Larissa through TikTok. Like, it's a venti iced white chocolate mocha with sweet cream foam on top instead of whip, and she puts extra caramel drizzle in there. I'm not a caramel girly, so I don't get it with that, but this has literally been my drink since I stumbled across her TikToks 2 years ago at this point, which is wild. So yeah, this is almost gone, and this nasty ass sandwich is halfway gone. I've just been nibbling on it, but like, bro, this doesn't even look appealing. Are there hash browns in here? The eggs are just not good. This drink and that damn wrap, $15. And then I have to leave a tip because at Starbucks, they literally point the thing in your face before they even swipe your card. And I feel so bad when I put no tip. And she already looked like she wasn't having a good morning, so I just added $1. I'm like, fine. So $16 on this shit, and I'm not even having fun. It's fine. Okay. So the whole reason we're here, sorry, summer TBR. I think this summer I'm focusing on series. I really want to just like start binging series more because I have a horrible habit of picking up the first book, reading that, and then picking up a completely different series. I'm always all over the place. I'm always in the middle of several different series, and I don't want to do that. I just want to binge a series all the way through, right? So the series I started this month was Fallen Men, and I'm eating it up so far. The first book, Lessons in Corruption, I really loved, honestly. I was surprised because it has a couple tropes where I'm like, ooh, but I trust Gianna Darling with my entire heart. So I love the first book. I'm on the second book now. It's taking me a couple days because I've been trying to get things together for Book Bonanza. My birthday is in a couple days. My priorities are kind of all over the place right now. June is always a super busy month for me, so this year it's definitely busy. So I think I'm gonna be reading this series for a while, but it did get me out of a slump, which I really appreciate, so I am loving it so far. It only took me like 2 years to finally pick it up because these books have been on my radar since I joined the book community, right? So I'm excited to finally start, and I'm actually really enjoying it. Let me also preface this by saying I don't think this list is gonna be super long because, like I said, I've been struggling to read this year. I've been getting in a lot of slumps. I've been super busy, like just trying to get adulting together, and then also I've been depressed as fuck. Like, this is one of the worst years for my depression I've had in a long time. I'm constantly sad. So next series I want to get to this summer is The Cat and Mouse Duet by H.D. Carlton. Fun fact, I actually started the first book in May. I didn't get that far into it, and I was really enjoying it, but then I had put it on pause and I started my move. And when I tried to pick it back up, like once I got settled in a little bit at the new place, I just wasn't as invested anymore. So I think that was the main issue, is like I need to binge that book, right? Because for the most part I was enjoying what was happening, but I wasn't the biggest fan of the writing. So it was one of those things where I was like reading it kind of giggling because I'm like, why would they park right next to me? He's not even a hot dude. Like, that's mean. That's mean. He's probably thinking the same about me. I am not a hot dude. I really want to dive back into that once I'm done with Fallen Men, especially because I've been into like more darker taboo books recently. I don't know why, but it's like some of the only types of romance books that won't put me in a funk right now. Like, I've been having such a weird relationship with romance books lately. Like, I have not been impressed by much this entire year. I have not rated a book 5 stars since like February, honestly. So I've been struggling, y'all. It's such a weird thing this year with me. Next series I really want to pick up because it's been on my shelf for literal years, like most of the books. The Simple Wild. I hear so many good things about this series, and most of my mutuals who have kind of sort of have the same taste in books, right? So they love it. They live by the series. So I'm really looking forward to it. I do get nervous like starting a series that my mutuals really love, because sometimes when I start it, they're like, wait, keep me updated. And then if I don't like the book, I feel bad telling them about it. I think this is a series I'm gonna start in secret and then figure out if I like it. I keep hearing this phrase, space cowboy, sky cowboy, something like that when it comes to this book. And it's intriguing me because like, I think like he flies airplanes, I'm sure. Sky cowboy, it has to be sky cowboy. Well, I don't like sky cowboy, sky cowboy, sky cowboy. That sounds weird. The next series is Playing for Keeps by Becca Mack. So that has Consider Me and Play With Me. Fun fact again, I did start Consider Me. I also didn't get that far in just because I did not like the characters so far. Olivia was great, but Carter was really giving me the ick, and I think it's one of those books where I'm just gonna have to binge it, like push myself to get through it. It was not what I needed in the moment when I picked it up, so I did put it back down. It's back on the shelf, but everyone keeps telling me that the second book is really good. And y'all know how I feel about like actually completing series. Like, I don't want to skip the first book and go to the second. I actually want to get to know the characters a little more in the first book. But so far, Carter Beckett is not passing the vibe check. He reminds me of every guy that I try to stay away from. Like, he would be blocked if I had him on social media. With the third book coming out too, like I really want to finally start that series just so I can be up to date with it, so I can read the third book when it comes out. So the next series I want to start this summer is the Gold Rush Ranch series by Elsie Silver. Y'all know I gave up on the Chestnut Spring series a while ago. I only read Flawless and Heartless. Didn't really like Heartless. I didn't even try with Powerless just because everyone who loved that series said that they didn't even like Powerless that much. So I'm like, what am I doing here? You know? So I didn't even try with that one. And then Reckless, the one that just came out, has my least favorite trope. This series just has a lot of tropes that I don't like reading about, and I'm not that deep into trusting Elsie Silver just yet with my no tropes. So that's why I want to take it back to her first series, see if I appreciate her writing style a little more, because I did really like Flawless, but that's the only book by hers that I enjoyed. So I really want to give her other books another chance. Like I always say, I am the problem in this situation. I believe y'all when you say the series is amazing. For me, there's just too much accidental pregnancy for my liking. So I'm gonna take it back to her first one. I'm super excited. It still has small town cowboy vibes. Hopefully I like this one. It was her first series, so I'm really excited to jump into it and give her books another chance. I also really want to finally jump into the Boys of Tommen series. These books are so fucking large though, so I am intimidated. I wish I had the physical copy with me so I could show you that like the books are large, but the text is also minuscule. Like it's literally a textbook, right? So I know I probably want to read this on my Kindle just so it's easier on my eyes too, because I'm blind as a bat. It's been on my radar and I'm super excited. I think there were only 2 books out when I heard about it, but then there have been another 2 that have come out since then. So now I'm really scared because it's a series that's growing, right? For some reason I want to start those books in the fall. I don't know why, because this is my summer TBR, but we'll see, because y'all know I'm probably not going to read all of these books anyway. So and then I have a couple standalones that I really need to get to. One is Credence. I've been talking about that book for 2 years now, just because for some reason I just won't pick it up. I need to, because I actually do like some of Penelope Douglas's books, but Credence, for some reason, it's one of those books where I'm so, I don't want to say nervous to read it, because I mean I'm reading Fallen Men right now, and that's right? I feel like I've been wanting to savor that experience, my first initial reaction to that for some reason. I don't know why. If I don't read that damn book this summer, literally punch me in the fucking face. Like, it is so ridiculous how in almost every video I make where I'm like, books I want to read in the future, Credence is always number 1, but I never get to it. So the next book I also want to read is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I forgot the author. I think her name is Gabrielle Zevin, something like that. Like, I see the cover in my head and I think the name that's popping up is Gabrielle Zevin. I could be wrong though. I'm pretty sure this one is fiction. Like, there isn't really a romance aspect to it, or if romance is present, it's a subplot. Possibly, I don't know. I literally don't know much about this book, just that a lot of my mutuals who I trust love it so much, and I think most of them listen to it on audio as well. So I think I'm gonna try with audio, but my friend also got me the paperback, or the hardback actually. So I kind of want to read it and see how it is. It is written in 3rd person though, so I'm nervous about that, because y'all know I'm not a 3rd person girly, but apparently the story is really good and I'm gonna cry. And I think it'll be good for me to kind of get out of the romance genre for a bit, just because, like I said, this year I have not been impressed with much, so it's put me in a slump because I'm reading and I'm not really enjoying what I've been reading. So it's no one's fault. I'm not blaming any authors. I'm just saying it's a me thing, and I probably just need to incorporate different genres into my reading. That way I'm not bored with romance. So we'll see how that goes, because y'all know I'm a romance girly. I like it that way. I really want to dive more into fiction, fantasy. Speaking of fantasy, I really want to read Fourth Wing. Y'all know I'm not a fantasy girly though. I have tried so many times throughout my adolescent life to read Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, you know, that kind of thing, and I've never gotten through those books ever. Love the movies. I will watch fantasy all day long, right? I love that for me, but reading fantasy has never really clicked for me. The furthest I got with fantasy is like dystopian, which I'm pretty sure is a subgenre of fantasy. So Hunger Games, Divergent, flew through those series, right? But I think it's mainly because the world building wasn't hard for me to put together in my mind. Like, I could see the Hunger Games happening because that's how fucked our government really is, right? So that made sense. Divergent, same thing. I could see them splitting us up into fucking factions, trying to figure out who's gonna be where for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? So that made sense to me because I could see it happening. Fantasy, where there's like dragons and monsters and all that shit, I'm like, you lost me. What is happening in this world right now? Why can't I picture this? And then when I think I picture it right, it's wrong. So it's just a whole process. I'm a visual person when it comes to fantasy. Put that shit on a screen and I'm there. I'm a huge fan. But reading it makes my brain hurt. It hurts, right? It's in fucking distress. But I've seen a lot of people say that it's a good beginner kind of book for people who don't usually read fantasy. And then also someone said it's as if Divergent had a baby or something like that. And I'm like, okay, I love Divergent. She had a baby? Okay, I could get into that, right? I'm very intrigued by Fourth Wing. The hype is really getting to me on this one, and I kind of really want to read that book. Like, I haven't really seen too much negativity. I know there is some apparently, but I haven't seen much. Like, most of my mutuals who I love and trust like this book, so I'm like, okay, maybe let's try with fantasy, right? So yeah, I'm excited to dive in. I might vlog that, honestly, just because, like I said, I don't think I've ever finished a fantasy book, and I'm very, very nervous. When I got back into reading 2 years ago, I started with ACOTAR, and it took me like 2 months to get 100 pages in, and I was convinced that I just hated reading. I'm like, nope, maybe I don't like it anymore, maybe it's not for me anymore. And then I realized that I just didn't like fantasy, because when I picked up a romance book, I flew through that, and here we are, right? So that's been my relationship with fantasy my entire fucking life. But I really want to try this this with you guys, so I think I actually might film a video of me trying fantasy for the first time, like actually trying and getting through it, seeing myself through that, right? So I think you guys should come with me because I'm scared. I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's everything I have on my summer TBR. Look at me go. Thank you guys for coming along on this like vlogish book video. I don't know what this is, honestly. I just wanted to try a different format and I needed to get out of my apartment ASAP because Bruce was driving me crazy. My birthday is on Monday. I will be turning 25. I am not excited at all. Aging is fucked, right? Next time I see you, I'll probably be 25. Can't wait. As usual, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like me, please subscribe and I will see y'all next time. Mwah.